Today's video has been brought to you by Chic Clothing. Go to www.chicclothing.com for our line of hand-designed signature caps and more information on how you can have your caps color customized to your liking. Plan your adventure. Subscribe to our mailing list to be informed about upcoming expansion to our line of clothing.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Cause I'm a Fury here, and well, this is a follow-up to my last video I made about Resident Evil 2, about the 20th anniversary, which was yesterday as I record this. And as you can see, Capcom did nothing. Alright? I'm not disappointed over that. I kinda expected it, and I'm not saying that to save face. I said in the video it would be the perfect time for Capcom to actually give us something. But the right time and Capcom are two things that just don't coincide, as we know that as being fans of Resident Evil for the last few years. But get this, man. This is not why I'm making a video because I'm outraged at Capcom. I'm outraged at how they handled that. I'm outraged at the way they actually put out a tweet. The R&D department put out a tweet and said, oh, we didn't mean to get everybody worked up about it and stuff. Sorry about that. So that means, you know, you've been paying attention to people asking for information on this. You've been paying attention to that. And yet you still do absolutely nothing. Not one screenshot, not anything. Fine, okay? But don't nonchalantly say it like you're sitting there laughing in the background at us. That's the problem I have with the whole reaction to the situation. Even to the fact that I'm standing up right now. Not just because I got a new type of snake thing for my camera that I can mount it onto stuff and it wraps like a spider. That helps too, but actually I actually speak better standing up. Like I could get the rage out, just it's flowing, you know? So you're telling me you're just gonna laugh it off? Because that's when I saw that tweet that everybody's been talking about, I was like, these guys gotta be fucking kidding me. This shit is a joke to them. Just like their talent, just like how they put out games, how they do them. They think it's all a joke. And you know what really has me thinking that this game is probably in development hell, like a lot of people are starting to say it is because old school Capcom and new school Capcom have a conflict of interest. Yes, they do. This game is supposed to have been a remake of a classic, meaning rebuilt from the ground up, and it was made in a generation where there was, for the new people, no microtransactions, no paywalls, no incomplete ass games that you need a season pass for. So old school Capcom and new school Capcom are fucking conflicted with each other, and we like, you know what, they probably shut their government down too, just like here in America. They probably shut their shit down too. That's why it's in developmental hell, for the simple fact that old school Capcom and new school Capcom cannot figure out who wins in this situation. Because we damn sure ain't gonna win in this situation. Not at all. Resident Evil 2 fans are not gonna win in this situation, because we have to also contest with the RE7 fans and who just jump in on this, who these fucking PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye lovers who just look at them and they overreaction. I've said that before, like months ago, that they overreact. And now we got these people who follow in from them thinking like, oh wow, yeah, this game is scary. The game is not scary, okay? But I can talk about RE7 till my face turn blue. My thing is, I don't like the way that Capcom handled this. People's anticipations and their disappointment. That's not the way you handle it, you know? Give people information and they will shut the fuck up, Capcom. they will stop dragging your name through the dirt, because God knows everybody has been dragging your name through the fucking dirt. That's just what they're doing right now. And you deserve it. And you just sitting there like, you know what? We don't give a fuck. That right there is how you lose people. This is how people is going to walk out on this franchise. 7 was already like, the fuck you, fuck this shit, I'm out, you know? But now, the way you're handling RE2 on its 20th anniversary is the straw that broke the fucking camel's back. That's just what it is. So, you just, the 20th anniversary of its release in America, where it sold the most copies, no offense Japan, where it sold the most copies, you just treated that day like it's nothing. Not even a fucking post saying happy 20th anniversary Resident Evil 2. On this day here in 1998, Resident Evil 2 was released in North America. None of that. At all. Alright? I'm more angry at that than the fact that you didn't release nothing. I mean, shit, it's been almost 3 years already and stuff. We're accustomed to you not releasing stuff. So you fucking suck, Capcom, as a company. When it comes to releasing stuff for the people, that is not on your agenda. You want to release stuff that you can make the most profitable and stuff. Now, you have to, as a game developer, as a company, to make money, I understand there's things you need to do, but you need to marry the money making with giving the fans what they want. You can't, I mean, you can't have one side of the absolute. I get that. I do get that. It can't be either one, because if you give completely everything that the fans want and stuff, you know what, you could. If you gave, it has to trickle out in a timely manner. You can't give us everything we want at the same time. But it can be done. But you're not doing anything like that. You know, you want to release another Monster Hunter World. Nobody outside of America really gives a fuck about that too much. That is a niche game. It's a niche game. You should worry about the fact that you want to release a Japanese game and make it popular in America. Like, you're going to do some shit on some Pokemon shit. Like, here, you want to capitalize on the American Pokemon fans with Monster Hunter, just the more adult version of it. Go ahead and knock yourself out. Alright? But you're not taking away the fact, you're not erasing the fact that we over here know that your beloved RE7, you know, the engine built on the RE engine that we don't like for the most part. I mean, come on, look what they did with Chris. Really? You want to go in that more? You want to go in a more? You want to go in a more realistic direction with Chris? For after 6 canonical games, more than that maybe, he was in Resident Evil 1. He was in, I mean, officially, not as Battle Mode. Battle Mode and Part 2 don't count. So he was in Resident Evil 1. He was in Code Veronica. He was in 5 and 6. So he's been in 4 games. Now 5 now with 7. So you telling me, after 5 games, after all these years, over a decade of us knowing what he looks like, you're just gonna throw this shit on us? But that's getting off topic. Capcom, I don't like the way you handled this. I think a majority of us out here as Resident Evil 2 fans wanting a remake don't like how you handle this. You don't like that you didn't acknowledge the 20th anniversary. We don't like how you just actually look like you was laughing it off like it was nothing. That shit right there is the most offensive thing you can do to people waiting for this game. It's for all this long. Ever since we saw it on GameCube, the remake of the first one, this is what people have been asking for. So it's been what? That came out in what, 2002 maybe, 2003? I'm not absolutely sure. Let me read the game and see what year the remake came out for the GameCube originally. 2002. It's been almost 16 years total. 16 years total since that came out. And they've been asking for it ever since then. And this is how you handle that. You announce it in 2015, and then there's nothing at all. And I've been through this so many times. It's the fact that it's nothing. And you don't care to say nothing. You don't care to update anything that's really pissing people off. Now, you're not id, alright? Id has a reputation. They don't say shit. They don't show shit. They bring out quality. They hit you with something like, damn, that's what they've been taking long for. We don't have that trust in you, Capcom. We just don't. So let me know, anybody watching this video, who have watched this video through the entirety, let me know how you feel below about how they handled it. You know, like I said, I had myself set up for disappointment because this is Capcom. This is what they do. Okay? My thing is how you felt about it, because when I was more disappointed on the way they handled the aftermath the day after than them not showing stuff. I'm accustomed to them not showing stuff. It's been almost 3 years. So let me know below what you think, and as always, keep watching what you want, keep gaming the way you want, keep being you, because I'm a Fury. I'm out. Peace. Dead on arrival. It's fucking dead on arrival.